Praise to Allah. Not having a job, sometimes you can lose yourself. You know, I've been out of work for almost a year and I still haven't lost myself. That's what I love about me. It's like, I'm still me no matter what I go through. I'm still myself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they lose their job or their career and they just lose themselves. You know what I'm saying? They just go straight off the deep end and just go down a downward spiral and just out of control. But not me. You know, I'm still myself regardless of any situation that I go through. You know, I guess it's because I realize why I'm not working. So it's like I'm at peace. Because it's not like I don't want to work or like I can't work or like I'm not a good worker. It's none of that.
Praise to Allah.
The fact that this shit's out of my hands.
I'm just sitting here thinking about
as far as me like clocking in somewhere. You know,
the good things about Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So the fact that I know I can't work.
And as I sat here and really thought about it,
it brings me a lot of peace. You know, it keeps me from losing sleep.
There's a lot of
the fact that
messed up things out there that are happening in Tulsa,
making sure that I don't get a job. You know what I'm saying? So
I was like, you know what? Well, let me try to see
because I know
the positive side of Tulsa. Let me see if I can see any good things about Tulsa, because it's easy to point out the negative. That's what I was thinking to myself. So I said,
a lot of people out there who
well, let me try to see
might have just lost their
what
job,
are the positives of
don't
Tulsa.
have a job at all and are beating themselves up.
And I came up with the conclusion that
that really
the
hard
only good thing about
themselves.
Tulsa, Oklahoma is
A lot of people, like I said, are losing themselves.
It's the fact that Dolly Parton does a lot of stuff for Tulsa.
Because the way the world is set up, it's like
that's like the best thing about Tulsa is that Dolly Parton does a lot of good things for the community in Tulsa. She does a lot of things for the kids in Tulsa and for the community in Tulsa. Like every time I look up, Dolly Parton is doing something positive for Tulsa.
Is BS.
And that's what I realized. I'm like, you know,
because everybody's situation
she's the best thing to happen to Tulsa. Honestly, like
there might be five.
There's so much BS going on in Tulsa.
May not be working, but
man,
the reason why
she is the only positive thing
may be different
in Tulsa, in my opinion.
So people have to keep that in mind.
She does great things for Tulsa. Like every time I look up, you know, she's doing something for the community or doing something for the kids. And I just want to shout her out and salute her because Tulsa is so messed up, but
always like had a
the
job,
stuff that she does, it helps, you know, bring a little light.
Used to having a job and used to working and making their own money.
I appreciate everything that she does.
And then
for Tulsa,
you get into a situation where,
because like I said, it's jacked up out here.
You can't work or you can't get a job or whatever.
As I was thinking, I'm like, man, there's got to be something positive. There's got to be something good about Tulsa, right? And then I thought about it.
Very important.
Dolly Parton.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's the greatest thing to happen to Tulsa.
You having a job or not having a job shouldn't change who you are.
Dolly Parton.
You know, you should still be the same regardless.
All the great things you do for Tulsa.
You know, if you have a job or not.
Thank you for trying to make Tulsa a better place.
So, you know, just knowing who you are.
Thank you for all the stuff you do for the kids.
But you know
what I'm saying?
A lot of people, man, without their job, they don't know who they are. They have like,
you're greatly appreciated. You're a great actress. You're a great singer as well.
But I know who I am, whether I clock in or not. So that's the good thing about me. But
she's the only thing.
Yeah, if you did have a job and now you're out of work now or you're looking for work now
in Tulsa.
Yeah. Not having a job is a big adjustment though, because like, man, especially if you're used to working though, and then you get into a situation where you're not. That's a huge adjustment though, man. It's a reality check, man, because you gotta adjust to a whole nother living situation, like a whole nother style.
You know, at least she's trying to make it a better place here.
What you were used to doing.
Salute to her.
You gotta figure out how to do it in a different way.
Keep doing your thing in Tulsa,
and yeah, man. Hope everybody stay blessed. And I hope everybody supports Dolly Parton. That's my biggest thing to me. Support her, and if you're not everything that she does, but you're trying to look for work and you're trying to, everything that she does is for a good cause. It's just, she's trying to make the world a better place. She's trying to make Tulsa a better place. Then do your best to we find out who you are, supporting her, and never forget who you are. Having her back. That's the main thing, man. It's just she's trying to make a change. Knowing yourself, knowing what you want in life. Hope everybody stay blessed. Not letting nothing get in the way of that. Blessed. Just remember, man. Nothing's gonna be easy. Nothing's gonna be handed to you. So just keep that in mind. And also another thing with me is another reason why I'm at peace too is because I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where I've got a steady job, I got a steady income coming in, but for some reason, I know a lot of people can relate to this too. It's like even if you do have that steady job, it's like, all right, I work 2 weeks. Well, I get paid every 2 weeks, but I'm busting my butt every 2 weeks. But after I get paid, it's like I'm broke the next day, or I'm broke the same day as payday. So it's you could be working 60 hours a week or whatever the fuck, but when you get your paycheck, you're broke as soon as you get your paycheck. So I'm I've been through that too. It's man, your body be hurting and shit, your back be hurting and shit. And then, you do all that for your paycheck, and then, your paycheck is gone by the end of Friday comes, you get paid. By Friday night, you're back broke. So now you got to go back to work Monday for another 2 weeks, busting your butt just to, basically be broke again in another 2 weeks. So I do find my situation now, pretty unique, because it's now, my back's not hurting, my knee is not hurting and shit, and, I don't have to worry about trying to make it for 2 weeks just to be broke again, I got to go through hell for 2 weeks, scratching and surviving, just to still be broke, By the time that 2 weeks comes and I get my little check, I'm back to square one pretty much. So it's I get paid Friday, shit, I'm broke Friday night, now I gotta come back to work Monday for another 2 weeks and try to grind it out again. So it's I understand both sides, I guess they call that the hamster wheel, what do they call it? Hamster race, rat race. So I understand that too. So if you're not working, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise, because like I said, I could be at somebody's job, busting my butt, for 60 hours a week, and then when I get paid, I'm back broke a couple hours after getting paid. So it's I'm just glad I ain't, my knee is not hurting and my back's not hurting and shit, just to still end up being broke, So, I'm just grateful for that, But yeah, trust me, I understand, y'all. I understand what it's like to have a steady job, have somewhere where you got to show up to early in the morning, at least 5 days out the week, I understand. Like I said, I've had a lot of fucked up ass jobs. A lot of my jobs have been the fucked up ass jobs, the back breaking jobs, jobs nobody really wants, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of shit like that. So I understand hard work and getting paid, not as much as you would like on a job. And I also understand what it's like to be out of work and to be trying to get your stuff together too. So Trust me, I understand both sides of the fence. So, yeah, I understand people's frustration when they talk about, these jobs ain't paying enough. You know what I'm saying? The wages are so low. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? $15 an hour is not enough. Even if you were to get $19, $20 an hour, that's still not enough in today's economy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of jobs be talking that shit. Oh yeah, we'll start you out at 19 an hour or $22 an hour. I mean, yeah, that's cool, but that ain't enough. That ain't enough in this economy today. So
yeah, hope everybody figures out their job situation, cause you know, everyone on this earth has a job to do. It's just up to you which job you're gonna do. Like, not everybody's meant to actually punch in a clock for 8 to 10 hours a day. Everybody's got a job to do. Everybody's got a purpose in life. So whatever your job is, just try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, everybody's not gonna be able to punch in and clock in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna be able to do the same kind of job, but we all have a job to do on this earth. And I know one of my jobs is to worship Allah. So hey, that's why I really don't stress on none of these jobs, man. Cause hey, y'all ain't gotta hire me, cause Allah has already hired me as His servant. So hey, when I feel like I ain't got no job, I remember, hey, I work for Allah. So that's the greatest job of them all. So hey, that's how I look at it too. So hope everybody stay blessed. And yeah, everybody do their job. Whatever your job may be, just try to do it.